Hey guys, I'm gonna be showing you a couple of my replays that I won in. Ignore that I suck major ass and I've lost a bunch of games. Okay, let's start off with this one because it's a quick one. And I just thought I started showing off games because I don't have anything else to do with my life, so let's try doing this. So basically, this game I just went all in on my first push and 3 crown because he just donates 3 elixir into my bowler. Sure, he gets like 1 goblin stab off, but like, come on. Then he just starts ignoring my bowler, and then I'm like, okay, well, if you're gonna ignore my bowler, I'll I'll just use a Mega Minion to defend the battle round and go graveyard opposite lane. And then he's like, oh, I'll just Inferno Dragon into your hunter. And it's like, okay. That snowball was me legitimately just pitying him. And then he gave up. Like, he's just like, nah, I'm not going to try anymore. Even though he has like 4 splash damage options, he's just like, nah, I'm not going to even bother. Oh, that's my first game. This is, and guys, this is just so you know, just so you guys can see, like, you don't have to be a god at the game to win matches, especially in the earlier leagues. But I'll show a couple. I'll show you a game that I lost into. To I don't remember this one as well though. I don't. I need to remember my losses better so I can learn from them to beat them. Oh wait. Oh, this guy had Inferno Tower and like 3 different options to graveyard, so I wasn't able to get any damage. That's basically what happened. I used a giant to kite because that was my only option. I was I should have spent a Mega Minion here. Uh, I should have. I did it way too slowly. I should have used it to kill the minions. I shouldn't have just let the hunter kill them. And then this graveyard was me being like, well, he did use a Mega Minion, or he did spend minions in the Mega Knight, but not understanding I spent a giant. I should have went barbarians here. But I just went bowler because I'm like, well, bowler gives better counter push. But I don't have a graveyard in my hand right now, so there's no reason I shouldn't care about counter push. Because yeah, he just plays the minions and then I can't do anything because if I use a hunter then that's too big of an overcommitment. This is actually pretty good watching this replay. I I'm I'm glad that I did it now. I'm seeing a lot of mistakes that I can improve on. It's not just that he has a really good matchup against me. I also never really activated King Tower against the Z Spirit when I definitely could have. This is me being like, well, I'm way too low on elixir. I'm not going to Mega Minion the Inferno Tower at 0 elixir. So I just let everything die. Which I think is the correct play, honestly. I bowl her in the back so I don't leak elixir. He Mega Knights in the back, and I don't have any answer to it pretty much. For another 3 or 4 cards, I leak elixir for no reason. And then I giant graveyard because manual taught me this one. Giant graveyard into like 4 counters into of giant graveyard. And I thought, maybe I'll at least get like damage off of this, but no, he was able to save up for another Mega Knight. And this is pretty much where I think I give up. I don't know if I give up, but I kind of give up. I also barbarians poorly. I use hunter and bowler just so I only get hit one hit. I thought I would be able to deny all of it, but I guess not. Maybe because the tower wasn't targeting it. And then I tried the graveyard, but obviously he stopped it. Now I give up, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, you can do that. But I made a lot of mistakes, so I shouldn't say he's a hard counter, even if he is, because minions, E-Spirit, and skeletons all for my graveyard. I have arrows. I should have used arrows more too. That's another big thing. I don't think I even played arrows in that matchup. No, don't. I already watched this one. Come on. Do. Okay, guys, ignore me padding the video for no reason. Okay. And I'll show you my last win, which was pretty good. Against this weird dude. Against this weird dude that's like, what if I play Mirror Firecracker? And this one I do think I learned to use. I use arrows a lot in it, which is good. And I get value off of my giant graveyard, but not like 3 crown value. I'm playing Mega Minion because it's my cheapest option, and I have my Hunter. I didn't know that my Hunter was coming up, so if he ballooned, or if he was like, Lumberloon Freeze first play, I would have been fucked. Which he kind of does, but I already cycled through another card. So I use Barbarians to kill that, and then I just tank a hit from the balloon. Or 2 hits. I mean, he used Firecracker to clean up Barbarians, which is fair play. And then I graveyard because I'm like, the bowler's going to take out the 2 Firecrackers, which it does. And I get decent damage out of it. Not crazy damage, but a decent amount. And then we basically just wait until we hit 10 again because I'm plus. I giant in the back because that's what I have. He Tesla is way too early, so then his Tesla's half dead by the time I get to it. And now that I know that he has Firecracker, I'm basically gonna arrows every opportunity I get because look at that. Sure, he still has 1 Firecracker on the board, but I killed the Tesla and the Firecracker and did damage to the Knight and to the tower. Sadly, the bowler dies to the Lumberjack, but I do get good cleanup with the Hunter, and I'm still +2, which is kind of crazy to think about. This deck is really heavy, and to just be positive throughout the entire match is pretty crazy if you think about it. And so yeah, I basically just graveyard, and then I'm like, okay, time to arrows again. I missed the other Firecracker, but the graveyard does clean it up. And then basically the 2 barbarians give me the tower. He goes in for another Lumberloon freeze, and he does get some damage out of it, but look at this counter push, he's basically fucked. And it's like, oh no, you took my tower. That one, I will say, is a misplay. I should have waited a second longer for him to play his second Firecracker, but who gives a shit? I basically am like, time to snowball cycle. So basically I'm spraying my stuff out so he can't freeze all of it, but he still somehow figures out how to freeze all of it. I arrows, I snowball, and then I cycle back to another snowball or arrows. I mean, Double bowlers is always so funny. I didn't even cycle back to another spot. I just snowballed him or bowler hit him. Oh well. So that's all the games for today's video. I don't know if I'm gonna do another one of these, but I will do this one at least.